Order for I Golden TV GH, Mr. Sobe subscribe, like and share and follow me. Send in a first time over my channel with so nice home video. Now yen channel my uncle Pimbo Raf any Range Hospital Munsen na in semono day in the out kwane kwasro na Rafa Bekasa chene nsemu nyina sanso na Range Hospital for so Bekasa chro munsemu. Inti yen channel my uncle ni yenko share.
If it's weekend na di besi enra banadei enyumre social media no so ayese traditional media na nkasa so eso ayese health ministry ehwo ayese na RidgeHospital so ehwo ayese enyama ba ku mienu miensa bi akoso from Sunday evening na babesi but on say asem sia e was so tobo na wo bisa asem ni mu ansana wo bibi abeka watimi aka enya sa wo ba pentam abu asem no na afa be kwa wi akire no na bi kra nipa na wadwen ya wo se waye mfomso no e bi kra no onye mfomso ana e bi ana nipa no so waye mfomso kase pa efiti weekend no ebesi enra anwumre me monitor space na monitor RidgeHospital to say enra honorable Minta Kando health minister onye armchair minister ba ko a wo ye adwuma okọ grounds or sorry anopa won kwatena office say air condition emo no enti asem no ewo bunkurugu yoyo kro betuka na wakwa kwahwe se asem no mia mani fili gadochi sai na asem no etie enti asem a esifiti weekend na di besi enra honorable Kwabena Minta Kando ye health minister ekọ RidgeHospital me sure say utie Accra FM news a utie bi utie CTV news a utie bi utie Class FM news a ya kam wate am wan asem no jese ya dokuro mu nyina na asem bi a wose ya hwa asem no se etesanya nkasa. Okay, good. Raf wa homa no so. Chikasa me ba ka se kofa bai ni nyina Raf ne kofa bai. Raf, good morning.
Good morning.
Let's say.
Na no madaro mana muso.
Nyame adom me ho ye papa na anopai wo mpom ye.
Na madaro ma. Ye tia se ne wo nkwankwa de.
Okay. All right. May I sure say from Sunday na besi anope ya me ne wo kasa die. Wonim issues are ekoso ewo kremu efa encounter wunya our RidgeHospital. Enra Ghana Registered Nurses Krane Ghana Medical Association abontre ne say abanya ma posifo anchewa. Wo mo kra beja wo mo na de agufom. But fast forward, die di kan die na see eda no poten e ma wo call live on Facebook.
Right. I some way now my in person I can't was but I think it has gone into a time that I need to also speak up to it to defend and protect other Ghanaians as well. This has nothing to do with RAF.
Okay.
Sunday now, you see, you know, now a branch here when you are quenchia. Ewo N1 no so almost your bike for almost the bikes motorbike bi agro ewo hukusia da bia and ye baba be ye program bi ewo Ghana ha say no to illegal drugs any sar red and sama twagu Ghana and mo be hwe man say bi ogina wa na oda and we have put up a program here baba so as part of the organizing process let's say a call you could see and maybe be when organizing any of the call it's you call N1 so just to fast forward everything. They could do all of there was an accident involved between some bikers at Omodio Eco Hospital. This was around 5:30 thereabout.
Okay.
And as almost to the hospital, no, remember, take note of this. Almost to the hospital.
Okay.
You control hormone so after making sure that almost hospital, no, not bikers being count almost say right? So Honda just started saying almost about what could be the causes of some of these accidents. Almost arrange your way by the way share way now almost so taking your abre omu di sa agro no nyoma na omu taking bi no e dey omu
okay
it was an accident. It was part of an advocacy for them to desist from this illegal substances taking of which alleged substance that we can confirm as a normal Ghanaians, but we might have taken from them. No, you taking videos of it. It's even there to prove, say, a cohonum that they now you see certain substances that might be something that has effect on their life. Now, from that time, you know, we didn't come over here, you feel, I said, what could be now some
okay.
So the CEO of Bike Life, organizers say no to illegal drugs, I can say, then the whole Bike Life team, show that solidarity by going to the hospital to check up on the guy.
Okay.
And no, in the team in the movie, Okada riders and any omo use moto nkete for the be fry. E ma motos ne do super because omo nya say omo ko hospital go bi. Now, omo movie to hospital and omo din kan ko fa atemotama 7 hono ko down in fact, I didn't know if there was any sense of urgency say call hospital what was the reason to ko fa. But because it's a team omo movie as a convoy, baby. So,
okay.
I mean, the movie near Kosa. Tesano police station, traffic, depot. Nindima, there is this traffic light, cross and moko car price.
Yeah.
And one of the motorbikes, a man, motor so, or the baby motor bear 6 money, year go for an amedy account.
Okay.
No. Me, yes, some motorbikes and car about who can say, oh, boss, I'm so sweet proud. It's a machine, son, na muzi to me. And about Kuyi, send me a friend or Samanjoli,
yeah,
or say, Cafe, editor tray, I didn't mind me. So make crowd means me and Chimoto Nibium, and I'm at night back with you.
Okay.
And I need to go hospital. When we got to the hospital, in fact, remember, they say around 5:30 thereabouts, Ecobo 6, and over the first accident for no
victim, no.
Now, I've also gotten myself involved in an accident.
Okay.
So a hormone and maybe so almost say now buy and akusi saying and almost say almost your inside when I'm sure okay them I ain't inside when I'm so honestly, there's been a video a lady be cassette or be share me na me or no crowd buy no best or put there I wish to say. But I will be posting these videos on my page. Everything that you call home before and started maybe live was recorded. They didn't know. And I bear the RidgeHospital and the Ghana registered council of Debe to first, not to cause for my arrest, but for safety of their own staffers, almost CCTV camera footage now.
Okay.
Let's see. Obia Obobi. When you were inside one, there was one guy which I had his footage on my live stream camera that I did. On the I said, excuse me, what happened to you, sir? You want me by and I make a cover. And also my house about the Diago. Excuse me, what happened to you, sir? And I'm like, telling me Pianamunda that and number Shamaminamujan die. Then you see it. And I'm like, then you see me here. There is some agency. Munsha and Sanamamina Mujani to me. And I feel okay.
Nipa no this uncle or your nurse, Anna.
Or your nurse, and I have this video.
Okay.
And I on koi. So on koi, and one of the guys, motorbikers, I said, oh, Baba, boy, no, die inside.
Okay.
So we all went inside, and the guy was on the bed. And I make us say, oh, Charlie, proper. Now we so can one because there were 2 guys on the bed.
Okay.
And then because I mean you want I mean they see. Right? And tell me besides we so can one. Charlie boy in so we had some conversations in the emergency and the trauma room.
Okay.
Into that brain.
Trauma room hono na nurse for any doctors wo na.
No more.
Okay.
No more. I was attending to one man be or that
okay.
Right. So that was when I came out again, sat on the bench at Konyabiwo trauma room because they had ordered say, oh boss, but so muye bebre wahano musana yentumi nti montina abonten ho ye beba ba behwe.
Okay.
Right? Now, I went outside, sat outside, and for like 10-15 minutes, nobody was actually coming to me. The guy that had come to speak to me first, I thought, oh, baby, one baby. It was then, I'm saying, by the car, I said, but I just the card and Sammy, I show. And I'm like, God of mercy. My back for the past 15-20 minutes, nobody is attending to me. And now, I feel the means I don't the card. So, men sakura, I'm not to me yet. It's guy back when I make it on show me bag in. I don't have to go there. Now only me driver's license, non-fanco, all the details they will need, and also normal find generating card man. Almost a man card because when I listen to the young lady now or say when you're dislocation of arm near the or say buy me a song card or say that be on card, my rate card but I can give it to you people for your afternoon bulletin.
Okay.
Yeah, card nearby. Make card nearby, Those people, nobody came, and at some point I got furious. And I'm just saying, it's BB and you for me to stabilize your friends and stop the blood, because it still keeps coming out. And it's like I'm losing it. Maybe some way to me, I'm losing too much of blood. Why? And lady Bakuba, I said, my mention was let me see your palm. And I'm done. Let me see your palm. And I'm let me see my palm. Let me see your palm. Let me see your back and I see your body. I said, my friend, in a PM one thing. And upon that way now, let me see your palm. Let me see your palm. That is what triggered me again to start also recording. So I went inside there. Me go inside and be say, "Charlie, into me na bibi a mo de betumi come me astop be blood." And a girl back go back say, "Me nkoto go se mra wo se bandage mra." And I'm like, what do you mean? Me koto ghost and a bandage in there and ma me. Bandage and a ghost. And a girl no back who say, master, untimi bana me my pressure na mo pay for ni bia butike wie pe. Mobile hospital na na me my pressure. That was what I had to take my phone back again because remember, now me say I started recording and when I got inside there, I had to stop. But when the girl made that statement, was when I took up my phone again and said, Madam, asam na okay, Sansu si subim, na me record them out. Na me fan what them pay for because this the Ghana no. I think say the only thing I is true and they say, we can't say me never be for public. Na pay for you be found. It's because na ye who so mo corrupt, no mu wie sika na. Omo no mu di ntie ba hospital na say, nyama edi ho a. Ye ma ye mblemu mo nurse for na ye pay for na ewie. Nti mo director wa ha ene nkofo nka ye wa no ebia omo no mu wie sika no nti ka na ye nia no ye hu so omo ene ya afomfo na nye mo ebum na mo ya afomfo no sa asem ya meeting e video a da brani nia no na me nye live.
Okay,
so mo time ebetumi apemete a mo ntie da recording we.
Okay.
Right? So director. Why? Okay, some director. Yeah, so we say Ghana dey pay for the corrupt no mo ye. Nti mu ni bibi anya mo fault. Mo talk go baby, mo kan dem pay for who help your friend say director. Director no, kasra no. Say your man na mo ni bi wa na sika no mo di go mo boto mu di. So na wo ka. Ana camera no, come on say because he said the only thing a man go for you mo juma e camera. God, they will be out like we can't even stabilize that shit. Come on, and you raise your mouth to say, "I Ghana." What do you mean, "I Ghana"? To Ghana, the end to be Ghana, the end to be I Ghana, yes, my joker, and I am joker. When you are moving with certificate, you go home care. Why? You can go and one when this was you. So nobody wants to do anything better to save this country. I'm sincere, no.
Okay.
Now, after this video, I'm recording, and I'm a barber thing. So maybe that's now was when that lady now all claim say Yabon on Wiprano came out of one of the wards. Me at that moment in Yambona, she was the only person. Or barber and say because I say, oh. Bra, o de me ba si sana me mpe we ni bi mpa me to so ma. Nti omu no koyi God ibi. O say God no say what are you use that medical we nyoma ni bi da. Ebi won me say mbe 4. Ba ko a.
Yeah.
Ina oyi ba ko o say 2. E de ba e be to so ma me say me fa me san so. That means exerting a bit of pressure on it. So I say, and see a chain of offer plaster. And the better say, don't forget, and no your dressing. Me say in the video say, maybe dressing man. I try to, or the boss them some found to some so because the other semanjolena make us them their boss from time you be do one. Na and no, I am full of blood.
Enti Rav, the okay in no na abossing.
This was around 8 something. Mamisha video na me and only the evidence. And I will be recording everything and putting it out there because I have everything. Don't forget, I said I was recording everything. When I get on, everybody will be attending to Mensano.
Yeah.
Now, but this is the first video. Now, about 7:49.
Okay.
Then at 7:54, I did the second video.
Okay.
7:55, I did the third video.
Okay.
This video, I'm about to say now about 7:58.
Okay.
7:58. And I'm saying here another video that lasted for 4 minutes. And here 7:59 to 8:04. And I'm here another video. This was the video that triggered me to go live. Me here no 8:04.
Okay.
And I did a video no now my name boys in the hour abonting. Me me pia abonting after so or they bandage no.
I bet tare won sano.
I bet tale me sano. Inti me dina ono na still a moja no ba na eba. And I'm saying the staff na na kita me no. E say tetre so. Na mo say boys no. Sure, someone.
And meeting noise by I said Kasana number. But
so what the guy said and I say, oh, senior, they don't finish the dressing. And may say, oh, they don't do the dressing. No, say, oh, that's why they tell you, say, make we give them pressure. These people, if be pressure than they need.
Okay, but Ralph, Otemenka. People are accusing you, say, who invading for privacy because now and for the emergency ward and you pull a camera on those people. Obi wa hono mo a ne yare me hu say enra me share that tie video no ekosi and I had a conversation between one and Kwafo ni bi na omoda ho no na say ba ko complaining and I don't know no so abeda ho achi say and na ba ko sukuta so ya brewo so ya kokra and no so e ka kire wo say wa betena ho saa but and Kwafo say who invade ayare for no privacy by pulling a camera on them.
In certain instances in life, even the law permits certain things to be done. Oko ebia the BBI say I have me prohibited say in chat infonini and I say you take videos and pictures at that incident and when there is a crime being perpetrated that crime to have an evidence of it you can video whatever that is happening even though it might breaches the rule of no filming, you can still take it and use that as an evidence. So that video, and don't forget, all these videos are not member live on Facebook, and I deal with in a mama call live.
Okay. Ralph, I don't know come up because you're noise by and take Kasani.
Okay. So let's proceed these videos. These are some of the evidences that I was expecting. Indeed, a Ghana for who dog, any Ghana for a person a sumye panty, and war hospitals are your boka, education for Kande, your cost strike in there. I think the general public, needs to be respected. And it's not just about Obibeko Hospital, Aqua abusing any medical staffer, but also the welfare of the people that comes to the hospitals, are also being protected. Because when you're the first, when you become the squad on CCC, say, you pay nipa, Oma Hospital, nurse, me, aye, Yamono, and answer Obiasu, this year be out of medical negligence. You can't be partner, you been them 8, I'll make us the only experience of this. And Sabrina, that means, they didn't know boys in the inside when who say still a common dressing and sanomoka common dressing no inside me we are inside when I may say the state of the boy on the bed, how I the whole or something the public needed to see what is happening. Because at that point, and not just about Ralph, it's not just about the people lying down there, it's about the life of Ghanaians and how we lose their life. But in the next 10-20 minutes, because of bedside manners, negligence of medical staff, I will go live as now.
Enti Rav betie wo kasa na say from South 5:30 na ye rush guy no e call rage no mumu kwadru ho na e bo be 8 something na we live confrontation si nyina course no so na ye nhwe no
na ye say on kwaje ne card that was what I was told. Okay. I know that this whole confrontation.
Okay. All right. So I no cresse o kofa boys because I know be TNS no and ne sound e wa ha o klebusa ona wo ne sane e de bandage achechre no o say ya wo na wo de phone boss so enti wanya dislocation or on her arm and no
Mamembo, my last conversation with the girl no e wa ha me say everything that happened then I may record it but they didn't know muntie girl no me we say na kitao ko sheshe o mo wia ko sheshe e bi ade atubi now no mu colleagues na bi all man ka say si obo no mu ba no ya ba first asem o kan na no forgive me but I have to control myself oh ya dey obi ka asem o say aha ye Ghana you can Inti girl ya o say obi abolo we pra no on na e ka tem say ni sika ira me ka tem say onya abutre no nkwarhwe na bia ato baby
so me tie we ya you even have a conversation with her na enye gidigidi
no one say girl na bia almost setting up yeah the Ghana Nurses and Midwifery Registered Councils or whatever no omu use no but if futu am de be man ne maame me de be man awofo ne say omu read Exodus chapter 20 verse 16.
Me yes santre ni kura wo bobi wo ho se ono amu kan ye se wo se mo be ko mu fie na sa wo threaten wo mo life o Raf
the American say already Exodus chapter 20 verse 16 she die ni mo no on kan eno no mo fentu o mo balefo say Bible kura kasetia adansi kromu inti say obi a menene kasa ase ansa na me sure girl no before I be feel hospital don't forget there is a video, so say a videos now. Boys, na omu wo hodada before the next kasa me say na accident see e mo omu ne boys ni dia ko hodada.
Enti nya wona o for boys ne ba inside.
Omu wo CCTV footage. Enti omu share CCTV footage no omu for footage ni mbra bontin.
Okay.
Say Raf ko fa obi ba you, say boys no omu wo hodada na omu security for one because of omu jumanti no. Omu tumi ndi no kre en kan no kre because Ghana and Yamfa Santi, O Mamma Bonacra, a bar, defend O Mamma, O Papa Bonia, defend O Papa, with women to be this year, oath of secrecy at the sudden crime kind of credit. But oath of secrecy beyond saying the secrecy a bit defended or minor. And see no Kuremu may no way so at the advocate say, Camera Sana was a you on hospital on a year Jumadia, almost starting activity camera in all of our hospital wards. To monitor not only attacks about a nurse for so and a doctor for so. Brapa Mijan Mokase, Nebrapi Eba, a medical doctor, Ghana. He has been in the course of threats most of the time in several hospitals. Why you man, right? But me call hospital say me kwakot, and if you know me properly, who name me because I call who know about here, but omu name me no, omu ni say sad no, mean to me yes, me ko bobi. Last year, there was an issue at Tantai. Obatin in some bombers more than 6. My family in San Kennedy. That lady, Epa, Mindina Hamundina. Yeah, Manukusi, I made them have some for. No, for this, yes, name them in Sakano, and I'm so nimpo. It wasn't true. This lady is just cooking up. And Nunti in America said, now who phone to the phone? Because you're me a day, no. Sebiota frate, Obi or Holoma, Oyana Bonibia, Obetui Diamanaka. But the Omu Pusino. Onya, and yet about Raf, it's about the people. And for me,
All right. So see, I me answer me no be no. What police for afre wana?
Police for be friend. Yeah. Me call hospital on the a day which was on the Monday, to check up on the guy now.
Only accident, no.
Me call no hospital. A hona me kusia honorable minister and the medical superintendent. I know mu PFU hospital. In fact, yeah, time I used me video no. Who send out police for crowd video ni ma. Yeah. Kasa lady say video to the last end no. Na me kasa almost say obi ba ha na obi abo obi wa asisi ankantsena embra be yeduma but nkofo wo hospital a embra be na ye eduma say ye hospitals na so they can video ni now police for say sabre no na mabo obi a ana obi abo obi o no ma ena medical superintendent ne ba ye no one issue for the police to pick anybody up but almost ye ko wie ye no that video ni ma no you saw the CEO no commanding the boy to say all of you should leave here.
Yeah, I heard you telling the boys will be MPA.
And see, at what point in a girl no will be born in a wine a born because the old did 20 almost besides a wine a born or see only nipo born but rap in a year way or born in sano. A bob and almost almost point say one or say one say only way who send a tap who send a point away. Everybody that access that video can see that the lady was being forced to act. And me say Uncle reading Exodus chapter 20, verse 14. Key diano, I can't sing already. But Ghana no, ye did ye. Some way ya, some person munya emu no cre as a media house.
Yeah.
One casa so munko your friends and hospitals wo. Na munko bi so mo na omo da woni bi the papa na. Uhu se na me na ka so ka se video ni mu wa beda ha fitu.
Do not can 9 ho asem kire wo. Very
good. The only time I started see, ufe video ni pa. Video, I wasn't showing faces because I know the bliss of privacy. But at that point, I needed to expose something. The only time I started going around showing their faces, was when I said, I need to show the faces of the medical staffers on duty so that if anything happens to the guy, all of you will be monitored. Investigations will be carried out against all of you as to why the guy passed out at the Quincy Ababunu because you're by hospital for the past 1 hour. Na omo attorney to no nti na eyenkwabi ne ebede na nka yetumi dre no
okay
you be negligent in a mark one wuye that was the reason why I was triggered to come live because that number when you mpebebe no esi enkofo ye ebi to omo de bia but what is the evidence and then omo de tire say oh ye ba na nipa no huye no da ho say and at this point and you start to see no and I am entreating Ghanaians say CCA muma ye nya ye nkasa baby na bibi nya we are in the era of technology and we need to expose certain rots in our system to be able to fix it. All right. We should stay strong. I am not afraid if the police indeed see na police for example omu saying the Ghana raise the 4 fees say me ba ho be di boni bi now police force rua adinti na sa bra me wo nia no o man na me ko be wie na omu be say obi in connection with this issue. They just want to cover their sin. They don't want to take responsibility. Now me expect to encourage for the Bible and saying, the pattern said you see, in Chayi, you were say a day, I are papa, and ya pum de Bregana for incident may see, ye yen shimu, the be a bit smaba biano, ye be magana for it, but the koi biano, ye patrol, because it is always said that patients are always right. Before I sign a mekono, yeah, Mammy read this ad we and say Ghana for no munti. We a nursing and midwifery code of conduct and ethics never go. Or see a patient is typically required to provide insurance and payment information before seeing a doctor. But emergency departments are unique. Anyone who has an emergency must be treated or stabilized regardless of their insurance protection that makes this possible is a federal law. Where America for it cuts across everywhere in the world. It's you'll be by emergency and you need to attend to the person without even asking the person say the first code of conduct of us giving a proper medical care to the people. Ghana, Ghana for there, and they are there to serve the people. Taxpayers in the duty of Moka. So there are hundreds and thousands of young people at area school tissue. Ghana for and for no ejuma. Laws need to work. But I know it's fair. Obi soon call hospital. Non quiet nurse fire kayaka there. But Bibian Koka Papa and the credit.
Ralph Mamena say Bibiani a messign wakasa. Medasi papa. So that's Ralph. Near see our rage Emma or call live and yadena could come on. Ya boy home den send penny for our region. So ya know more ebedim come say woman kasa investigations a woman yeno dia and a woman who know Juliana Haruna PRO at the RidgeHospital. Auntie Julie, good morning.
Good morning.
Me patron to say.
Yes, so I don't now so.
Nyame adom me ho ye pa. Me da se anope oba pa Yaa Titi mafra o na wanya adagye ama me e wo CTV eso. Na ye nkomo aye die no efa. Ye nua be ma Ralph any accident patient bi a wo mo ba Ridge mo facility ho over the weekend e de ma esisi ye. Madam so far so good. Investigations amaye no e de no mahunu e de potin ne si ye.
Yo, me guys say, me tell anywhere say for you na. To send you who social media no. I'm part say omoba RidgeHospital. Na me buy and say she say kakra na an kosuye communication na an kosuye kakra.
Okay.
Na me use akwenya we e dey say what for any bia say RidgeHospital ye homo bia. Inti no abebia ye beba ha no eye aboche minim se ye obi ba na se yankasa ye yare a edin ya but I say sometimes no we need urgent attention but ye ba your situation na you should be able to cooperate na investigation no ekustu koso ye at the moment na say ye official report at the Ama police.
Okay.
And yeah, to see our police for your police consent and investigation because hospital also access to committee almost so ever carry out investigation. Not in 80%.
Oh, okay. But quick one. Yene Rafa kasa sisia and insist say one fan and san canes nibia and a boys na ba hono so obia fan and san canes nibia and he is there in Rage say some CCTV camera ye juma mompoli video no emra na Ghana for ye nyina ye hu say obi de ne nsa canes nibi ana madaroma mo betu ana mo bi sa me ye hu de wom.
And to send a medical car, police for a young juma. Police for a young juma and a committee na ya seti ewo region so to anamo into yebeshomo.
Okay, but adia ba ko a edi akotene wo ye nkomo no mu se omo ba ye no na nurse for no insist se omo nkwaje card emra omo nkwaye card emra nsa na ya hwe wo mo and ebia ye Ghana for no what ya bonti ade obeka ne se nipa no emergency enti ye nya card ya ye ntimi hwe na na ho no ya na ete sei.
You a very important question pa na we bisano. Near woman say Ridge Hano. I know of other hospitals. Ukwa card na yedi juma. I have say it's saying you use folder. It's paperless. So Uber, you would have to activate your card. But a no interest say Uber emergency wa yen show without a card. Ukura emergency wa triage station nurses or triage entrance or the first thing they do. They say ombe check your vitals, ombe receive you, triage. So the moment that's why emergency units. Obi remwa yen bisa the card. Card is not the first thing they will ask you. You better show answer. And see a shower na you do my doctor. Then you better relatives say uncle pay card, another uncle your card. Then the bear would be what system anymore. But so that is the process. Emergency is different. Uber OPDR, you go and activate your card and will record. But emergency, a urgent treatment and I demand. And to emergency, but the first thing is not even about card. And your card assembly maybe beside a show once. And so be a rubber emergency, you can testify to that. If you are sure, X-ray, now show say for your card, then the doctor need pay information be about what or the whole system anymore. But one year card now, there's no way you better type within our computer, so now automatically within number. And it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Okay. Okay. The ama maybe sana ye wa clarify the ama ye ne say one of the issue around aging so say all those hours na wo mobile ho no nurses no were insisting card but the thing say ade no ye emergency enti ye attend to patients na say the anka wo care relative no wo mobile ye no e kire ya instruct wo mo say bia mo nkọ ha mo nkọ card mra ne ade because we need to save life first asana ya dwen card ho.
Yeah, and see, thereby, say, the video ni about the patients now can answer no.
Yeah.
Now infusion is in it, so let us say doctors are attending to patients better. And so now infusion is in it, so before the but the card was even referred to the RAF. And because when your card on the the nurse treated him. A pressure dress and man send be amujana from the insano start dressing. After that dressing, then they were requesting say activate on card. Then the information at the bus system. That was what happened. And then and I visa for card. The nurses attended to him.
Because not someone no because he sat there for almost 15 to 20 minutes and after that and son of mobile catcher and say on quiet card until we ran a video now what your Facebook page and I said that your TV so you could see say Nesano all your live on in no na ade the boy tia can push and as manjole now it been a good Nesano so now you could see the blood and I know they live no and he claims say it was after sending what's na 15 to 20 minutes and a nurse no be catch and say on quiet card mra and a man as oh furious starting yes our live video no so it's like that I'm contradicting yeah
now there was 2 trauma cases accidents about case or no akasa
and okay
so at that moment they explained to him 2 trauma cases where the urgent attention needed. Until now, attention was actually, and yes, nurses wanted to her, and I say doctors wanted to her. They were attending to those emergency cases. But what must say?
Okay.
So, no, dear, no, as I said earlier, no, pressure dressing, man, and social cutting, when God smell one is an as I said.
Really?
So it was explained to him that on holding on. Because they are attending to these 2 emergency cases. And for the meantime, get your card processed.
Okay.
And say, even at that time, our medical director was around. As at that evening, our range, no around. And so, on no echo, open situation, or not as I attempt, say, obey Ralph in Sanamano.
Okay.
Or no medical situation because everybody was working, everybody was busy. But what I say, so the way the thing was going, and he insisted that he would dress the wound for Ralph.
Okay.
That also happened, but he didn't. He left.
Okay.
So if truly he had wanted his hand or fingers to be treated, why did he leave? But what I say, our main priority is to save life. And see, all these measures were there. So Obia the attention needed. But Ubana Ube causes fear and panic. And emergency area is a very sensitive area. Not patients with the whole, not because you feel you are not getting the best treatment. will cause fear and panic, then I know they are unacceptable.
Okay. Auntie Julian Sana mema wakro no. Yan Ghana for me de manyasa experience ni bi da but rich. A different hospital. So it's like Ghana for ya wadwini bi say ye ba hospital I say yeah my attention am wo ma ye no from because there are so many cases ma call hospital ye bi ho abekọ na nurse no odi nkomo e bi kra no ye call o ye say etiti wo ukọ ba a card dada no aka cho say fa card na two box nim wo de tumu we na akwatena se a ono onim say bia de wote wo na wo fam no kra na emergency na wo ya de fufura ehia no I think say suban na ewo nurse fo ni binom enye omo nyina nurse for because individual differences ye will be one ma ohun say wo ba na akra ne ka so be ka che okra ti ma ho to 30% as na doctor be hwe enti munuanom bi na sa suban ne wo mo ho no mo ba ya dan na afa ho because eno so ye issue kase a Ghana for di ho nkomo ha dwen.
Okay, I think that now the kind communication. Communication because sometimes patients make you why nurse and I say doctor necessary computer nature but Ediana or yet be concerning patients now say on so engagements. I think we need to improve on that. Our engagement with the client from time to time. And you know, we do that. Yeah, customer training and everything. We do that. So I would say intensify that aspect. That time, waiting hours and all that, engaging the patients. That is what we are going to intensify so that almost better appears. It be our friend doctor. Oh, maybe and yes, I may back but or bet explain that say the ABC now. Like I've asked you to wait because of ABC. Said there Obia Benyantia here. The communication aspect is very important in our health system. And we've been doing that, we've been having training on that. We will keep on your bear cost to our Senebeya Udia the
okay, Auntie Julie, ma me fa won see her na sha me boss investigations na chi no ye besa afro at least I was here ma asem na ni da ho na Ghana for because asem no judgment kra ko social media dada but at least we need to know say na asem no kre etie so that obi abesign yonko eti ana obi abesign ne huti ti wadaroma after investigations no de besi bia no ya ba ye ne won kasa na Ghana for ntemonka yes so that's papa many about Juliana Haruna na PRO the RidgeHospital and ye ne no akwa kasa no just 1 minute ma di wosam di ka cho say asem we ye bese paniko ni ahaban ye tase ni banyansafum se wo kɔ hospital na say ye delay wo pain emergency bi ama odihye bi awu pain negligence bi ama odihye bi awu a bi am ye sure say wo be kɔ rafafa wo so ye nurse na bi ade course yi henya bi a course no wo so obekɔ region panyimfo afa because wadwen ya wo say obi ehunahuna me ana so obi etiatia me fa wo de so pai obi so tenche ya me maami ana me papa bi owu ye ye doctor bi ana nurse bi negligence pa because me kai say Achimota Hospital satam na me wo fida dem ho ye nua ba ma oh, me refi guide no investigative journalist or no the copy so pay or call no na back and forth wo nurses for no ni patient ne de na ba no monkwaje card monkoye sei me nua ba ma ohim e na kwaye sa story no monje card mo fa ha ye ra ha ye sin ha wo ma de ba mo ho so no na papa na wu yankwaje card o ye de card je omo de card je saa e ma papa ni wu wo ho na wo hwe se de na ne yuri ni su se de na ne ma e de da fom a wotimu se ahomete se bia to wo panya wo be kɔ rafafa wo hwe de RidgeHospital panyimfo su kan na wo de hye bi ye nurse wo amu so kra wo ye nurse a wo so be kɔ region panyimfo afa enti ye nyina ye meti halfway na nurses no ye sira mo se ye ba ya sabia Sabin Predias a hospital and your shopping mall. Hospital and your shopping mall. And a hospital and your tourist sites. And before Obibe Tuni Nadia see hospital, no. the person is in pain, nipa no on here emergency care. And that's the reason why nursing training allowance no. Yede ba because connected no ne ye penkrofo wo makwa akoye nurse na den agese wo mo passion na say to wache hu ni wo mu ene ye de hyehyɛ ba say ye mo allowance bi e be motivate nkrofo amomani ache ho but bet me say nursing training no nkrofo ni bra wo mo pa akono enya asem ketwa. Enti mesra se wo hwe na se health sector no mesa me obi ade me kwa health sector me ntimi koye adwuma ho me kwa me obi yare na me ko nipa no kra me fili ama nipa na ma hwe ma wie na me so me yare enti me wo cha me da me ntimi nya nurse se sa spirit ni wo mu a yesra mo man kwoto nursing form en kwotira hospital na enkokoso ayi commotion